So this is my Ion Road Warrior Bluetooth battery-powered speaker, which I've just recently finished upgrading using the recommended guide online by that one guy. So he kind of recommended going with Scar subs and tweeters. I thought this video would be useful to save anyone else some time if they were planning to copy those exact models. So you probably could get cheaper subs and tweeters, but I was really nervous about things not fitting, so I decided to just go with exactly the type of stuff that the guy in the video used. So while what I learned is that the original or the Scar subs aren't going to fit exactly flush, with with the speaker box. So I saw one guy online, and I think on one of the Amazon reviews, after he did the upgrade, he ended up leaving the grill off because he couldn't figure out how to make it work. I see that the grill is kind of essential because I don't want anything damaging my very expensive upgrade. So the way around that first salute, so for the first problem of getting the new subs to fit, there's a little bit of a rubber coat. There's this rubber border that goes around the new Scar subs. When you get them, you have to leave those in for starters. You don't take those off. And then secondly, you got to get longer screws. So just try to match the circumference of the original screws and get some that are a bit longer. The same can be said for the screws that are actually underneath the grill. There's another set of 8 screws underneath this. You also have to get longer versions of those, so you're gonna have to spend some time going to the shop and comparing and contrasting the new screws versus the old screws. Also, the tweeters don't really fit that great, so I had to add like some tape and some rubber around the tweeters to make them fit more snug, because on my initial install there was huge gaps. You could feel I don't know, the air pressure leaking out of the tweeters because I didn't insulate it properly, so fix that up. The other major thing is I read online that people were saying that after the upgrade, their battery life diminished greatly because you've essentially just doubled the maximum output to 1,000, right? So I think someone said it was about an hour or maybe 2 hours at max volumes. I'm like, that's not that much to brag about. So there's one final modification I made, which was I hooked up a little plug here, and it's connected in parallel with the 12-volt lead acid battery that's found in here. So now with this extra plug, I can check out what we have here. It's a 12-volt, 20 amp hour lithium battery, obviously much more compact. So we can take that and we can just plug it in here, and then we can offer additional power and also charge it. I think it should be pretty fine. Originally I was thinking about upgrading the internal battery, and I saw some things online about some people buying bigger batteries, but once you open up the machine and you see what the enclosure is for the lead acid battery, I just really did not want to start hacking away at the internal components because there is not a lot of room inside of this, especially when you put those new subs in there. They barely fit. So and there's this like special wooden compartment made just for this lead acid battery, so I probably wouldn't recommend swapping that out for a larger one unless you're a professional woodworker. So yeah, I know I decided to use this. I didn't want to cut any new holes in the body, obviously, so I decided going through the port here with an extra cable would work just fine. And that's about it, I guess. So yeah, obviously I also added a vinyl skin. Probably didn't do the best job. I didn't really have an actual heat gun, and probably not the most expensive material, but it looks pretty decent. And then that's my business that I have on the side. So that's all. Thanks.